I think by now you know us. We have a very hungry crew and a hungry presenter. So we look around for food. Here in Soweto, Orlando, near the towers, we came across a lovely place by a sharp entrepreneur, Max Bunny Chow. Max puts together stunning bunny chows. So we thought, let's talk to him and hear what is his recipe for success. Not only of the bunny chow, but of the business. The proof of the pudding, or the proof of the kota in this instance, it's in its tasting. Max, tell us a little bit about your business. What do you do? We know that it's Max Bunny Chows, but what do you do?
Actually, what we're doing here, we're making kotas. Kotas is a township language for a bunny chow.
Sure.
So you cut a loaf into half, into a kota again, and fill up with chips, Viennas, Russians, French, cheese, and then we serve it to the people. Yes.
What makes your product different to anyone else's product?
I think my product to be different from anyone, it's because I'm using fresh stuff. My products are every day collected from the suppliers and they are fresh.
How many people do you think come through your store in a day?
Oh, that's a good question. Plenty of people. I think more or less 700 people come to my shop daily.
Daily?
Yes.
And that must be a lot of loaves of bread.
It is a lot of loaves of bread because we cut in more or less 2,800 kotas.
2,800 kotas?
Yes, out of 700 loaves.
My goodness me. Yes. Clearly it's a business worth your while, and clearly it's a profitable business. What gave you the idea to start it?
Well, I was unemployed, and one morning I just woke up having the last money in my pocket, and I decided, what can I do? Then I started this business. That's how I started it.
And you want to have branches? We have about 2 other branches.
Yes,
right
I want
now?
to have branches. I have 2 other branches, and then I want to expand so that I form a franchise so that other people can get an opportunity also to do what I'm doing.
Give us a range of your products. I know they start at 8 rands up to 13 rands, but tell us a little bit about the different range.
The different range, the kota for 8 rands would be a good one for breakfast, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It will be filled with chips, a Vienna, a Parmalat cheese, French polony, fresh, everything fresh. Yeah. And I'm telling you, that will be good for breakfast.
Definitely.
I am telling you.
Are you a chef? I see you wearing a...
Yes, I got a sponsorship through the business. I was exposed by the business. I got a sponsorship from Tiger Brands.
Yeah.
And they sent me to a culinary school.
Yes.
That's what I'm doing right now. I'm attending my courses at University of Johannesburg, Auckland Park campus.
Lovely stuff. And let's say in 5 years' time, where do you want to see this business?
Oh, in 5 years' time, I want to see Max Bunny all over the provinces.
Yeah.
Really, that's my plan. That's my ambition.
Lovely stuff. Yes. Later on, we are going to be speaking to a small business expert, Sian Dutela, and he'll give us some tips as to how to grow your business. Max, thank you very much for your time. We really appreciate it, and we wish you the best.
Thank you very much.
Max is making money. Are you making money with Thabo? Stay tuned. You saw him last week on our show as the SMME expert. Sia Ndutela is the CEO of Bonsai Capital. They help small businesses to grow to another level with business plans, with funding, and other non-financial services. We've come to his office to know more about Bonsai Capital, and most importantly, to ask them a critical question. Can they help you make money? Sia, thanks very much for joining us here.
Thank you very much, Thabo.
Swane TV, Making Money with Thabo. You are in the business of helping SMMEs help to make money. How do you go about doing that?
Well, our services are twofold. We've got financial support and non-financial support. Non-financial support focuses on any entrepreneur that has an idea and wants to convert that idea into a business. As you would know, a business is quite formalized. You need to register. You need all the paperwork in between. So we would assist in formulating that paperwork and also preparing of business plans and feasibility studies.
So someone has got an idea, they don't know how to put it on paper, to apply for funding because there's a lot of admin. You handle all the administration for them.
Yeah, we like to coin ourselves as the kings of red tape. So we deal with all of the red tape that is in between, such that we enable the SMME to be able then to apply for funding in the various funding institutions that are out there. It could be DTI, it could be IDC, but the funding process is quite daunting. So we help the entrepreneur, we hold their hands throughout the entire process.
So if I have an idea of running a business that sells couches and I need some machinery to buy things that go into the upholstery and the wooden stuff and just to create a wonderful couch the way it's supposed to be.
Sure.
I have an idea, but I do not have money and I do not know where to start. Okay. Can I just come to you with that raw idea?
What differentiates us from any other of our competitors is the fact that you come as you are. Whether you come from an education background or not, it does not make a difference. I mean, we take you from idea phase right until execution. The first thing that we would start off with is researching whether there's a gap in your market that you want to get into, because a lot of entrepreneurs want to start things, but you find that there's not really an opportunity in that space. What makes you different? What are the chances of innovating within that space? So we would take you from literally A to Z until you attain your first client.
What made you start Bonsai Capital?
Well, in terms of background, I'm a former banker myself, having worked at one of the institutions, banking institutions, and I realized an opportunity that a lot of businesses, big businesses, have a banking partner behind them, an investment banker behind them. If a big business wants to raise capital, they would approach one of the investment banks. I asked myself, well, who's doing this for SMMEs? And that was the business hypothesis, to say, well, if no one is doing this for SMMEs, I'll put up my hand and do it because I've got the skills, looking at things from a banker's perspective and also looking at things from an entrepreneur's perspective and just bridging that gap between the two.
So right now, your invitation is to the SMMEs out there.
Yep.
They should come to Bonsai Capital for funding, for non-financial support, and you will help them with that.
That's exactly what we're saying. We're saying that we are the bridge between the funding agencies and the daunting documentation process that they want and, the entrepreneur. So we help both, in fact, the institutions and the entrepreneurs, because the institutions are ideally looking for viable plans because they've got their own targets that they need to meet. The entrepreneur wants to access the funding, so we would connect the two, so as to say.
I would assume that you also employ staff and you also contribute to the economy of the country by absorbing the unemployed.
Yeah, in fact, we do have staff members. I have an office which is based in Centurion, but we help entrepreneurs from all over the country. But our head office is in Centurion. I've got a staff of 4 people that are working with me, and we've got a couple of CAs that are consulting with us, especially on the financial planning side. They sign off most of the forecast that we do. So really, when you come to us, your idea gets tested from A to Z. By the time you leave, you know whether this is a good idea or not.
I hope it's not too expensive, though.
Not at all. I mean, when we designed this, we designed it with the entrepreneur in mind, because we understand when starting a business, you don't have enough money. You have to bootstrap. But having said that, I mean, no business was ever started with charity. At the end of the day, you have to pay your way in order to get a superior product. And Bonsai is the best place to start, if I can call it that.
Sian Tutela is the CEO of Bonsai Capital, and they are saying that they will help your business, your small business, to grow and get to another level. From idea phase, hopefully, to the stock exchange. So give them a shout and put them to a test. If you do not like red tape and administration like myself, yet you have a brilliant idea, just knock on their door. Perhaps you'll be the next person on the stock exchange. And with that, we just want to say thank you very much for joining us here on Making Money with Thabo. Let's continue to make as much money as we can.